Hello everyone. So that's my first chemo done. Tick, big tick. But it was a bit of a grueling day. We got there at about 9:30 because I had to have a ECG first to see how my heart changes or see what its natural state is. And then I had to have the PICC line in, which I've had in my right arm, which I did not know that I was having it in my right arm. I'm like, will I be able to play my guitar? So we'll see how that goes. And you realise how little you can do with your left arm. I was cleaning my teeth. Oh my God, you don't clean that with your left arm. I was a bit like, ooh. Anyway, so PICC line was a bit, well, PICC line's been the worst thing out of all of it. So chemo was a bit of a doddle compared to that. I've got 2 insertions into my arm. They couldn't get into the vein. It was putting up a fight and causing a lot of pain. So I then had to have another insertion, and then but that one went in smoothly. So it's obviously the best one to have. But it is all a bit bruised. It's not swollen, but I've got quite a bit of bleeding that they say they're just going to leave and tidy that up next week because of my weekly chemo. I'll go the day before to have my bloods and get my PICC line cleaned, and then I'll keep that in for about 6 months. No, maybe longer. Might need it for the surgery, and then I've got immunotherapy after that. So anyway, that was the PICC line. That was the bit that was giving me the most jip. What did I have next? Oh, the cold cap. That's why my hair is looking so fetching. The cold cap was okay. Lots of people had said just got to get that first 15 minutes done, and then you'll be all right. And that's true. So they do wet all your hair, soak it, and then the nurses apply conditioner. You don't have to take it or anything. And that's to make it easier to get on and off the cap. They didn't have the right size cap for me. The way they measured your cap was when at Christmas, when you put the party hats on out of crackers, do they rip? Do they fall on your eyes? And that was how they determined that I was probably a small or a medium. So we put the medium one on. I bet that one trying to scrunch it because it needs to be in contact to freeze your hair follicles. Not freezing your head, just your hair follicles. So that one, when you do cold cap, what you don't realise is that they add half an hour before your whatever the drug is that's going to cause the hair loss. So, and then you have to do 90 minutes after all the drugs have been put in. So that added 2 hours onto my day. So we didn't get home till 5:30. That's like doing a day's work, 9:30 to 5:30. Oh my God, I haven't done that sort of hours for a long time. Anyway, so the cold cap ended up being all right. I did look a bit like a rugby player. John's got some photos, so I'll put them on so you can see how they looked. But then when we took it off, my hair had all frozen. So it was careful not to then pull it off as we removed the cap. And then they say, well, don't wash it or anything. So it was washed yesterday. And then they say, leave it, like only wash 2 or 3 times a week, two times a week, they said. I was like, oh my God, I used to wash my hair every day because otherwise it looks like this. And no heat on them. So, because you want to try and protect your hair as long as you can. So no styling. Might have to just wear a cap just because my hair looks dreadful. But I put a clip in. That'll distract from the fact that it's not anything. So what have we had? So then I had some immunotherapy went through. So I did that while I was cold capping. And then I had some Paclitaxel. And that's the one that made me feel a bit sick. Not sick, but I felt like I had stomach ache, like period pains needed to. So she said, look, you've got 10 minutes left. So I think that must have been an hour cycle. So I put my watch on. I was like, right, 10 minutes. I can manage 10 minutes, man up. And I actually just sort of tilted the chair right back and had a little bit of a doze and put my electric blanket on. Although I wasn't cold, so I was in a t-shirt, so I didn't feel, with the cold cap, you don't feel like you're frozen or anything. It's just just a bit numb. So then after that, you have a saline after every infusion that you've had. So I was going for the toilet all the time. John was, but to go to the toilet, you have to unclip your cold cap. You have to unclip the power to your drip so that you wheel your drip with you. So it's all a bit of a kerfuffle. Get the electric blade off and not mix up the wires and get your snags in your PICC line. So yeah, John loved the fact that I kept wanting to go to the toilet. But the nurse is very good about it. They were like, well, you have it. I think I had 2 litres of saline halfway through. So that's it's a lot. So then when I had the last one, that was the Carboplatin or something like that, I don't know. There was no side effects at all, but it was getting on a bit then, because then everyone was sort of like left. They'd had all their infusions. It was a busy unit. It was about 10 people there. Normally I have to be in on my own, but it's not somewhere, it's a bit too far to chat to people, I think. So I'll have to get things to occupy me. And I mean, John and I ended up playing Mahjong on the phone. The nurse came in and she's like, are you two playing a game? I was like, well, yeah, he's here. I might as well use him and keep him entertained as well. But I did manage to get my laptop out, although the arm was giving me, I couldn't type with this arm yesterday. I think I shall be fine going forward once this is healed. So, yeah, that one. All in all, I can see I'm upbeat. I don't feel sick. I had a good sleep. I was up at 12 and 4 a.m. I thought, I started feeling, is this queasiness? Do I feel like should I go and get the sick bowl from downstairs? So it's upstairs. And I was like, then I checked all the drugs that I had. You come home with an army of drugs that you have to take. Oh my God, I got a bit confused this morning, because I've already on like metformin for my diabetes. So yeah, it was a bit like, have I taken that one? So I took one at 4 o'clock in the morning, because I remember her saying, if you take the sickness one really early, then you're all right for the day. So I thought, well, it's 4 o'clock early. And then I got up, we had breakfast about 7. So it was, I mean, still at normal time. He was going golf anyway. So, and then that's it. Day 1. Got to go back for another echo something or other. So many things. I never entered this world before. It's just bonkers. But all in all, good spirits. And yeah, 1 of 12 weeks done. And then I think I've got about 5 after that. So we're on our way. Got to kill the beast. All right. See you later. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to keep up these updates. Bye.